ho, ho, and a Merry Christmas to you all. It's the most wonderful time of the year, the season of giving, and that holiday where a fat bearded man breaks into your house to give you some socks. I am, of course, talking about Santa Claus. He's been a big part of our Christmas traditions for so long. But where exactly did his story begin? Well, as it turns out, it actually all started with a monk.
The monk, called Saint Nicholas, was born around 280 AD in Patara, located in what is now Turkey. He gained a reputation of being incredibly generous, giving away his wealth, helping the sick, and being known as the protector of children and sailors. By the 1300s, he was the most popular saint in Europe, and by the end of the 1500s, he had become especially popular in Holland.
The Dutch helped bring about the name Santa Claus as well. You see, St. Nicholas's death day, the 6th of December, was also a celebration. In 1773 in New York, Dutch families came together to honour this celebration. The name Santa Claus is derived from Sinterklaas, which in turn comes from Sint Nicolaas, the Dutch name for Saint Nicholas. In 1822, Clement Clark Moore, an Episcopal minister, wrote a poem called An Account of a Visit from Saint Nicholas, although you might know it better as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This poem was the first reference of Santa Claus going from house to house in a sleigh, going down chimneys and giving presents to kids. Taking inspiration from this poem, political cartoonist Thomas Nast was also the first person to draw Santa as we know and love him today. In 1881, in Harper's Weekly, an American political magazine, Nast depicted Santa in his red outfit with his white beard and living at the North Pole with elves and his wife.
Of course, when Santa visits your house, it's for a very important reason.
Oh, blimey. I don't know how he does that every Christmas Eve. Well, of course, the reason Santa visits us every year is to put our presents under the tree. Where did that tradition come from though? Well, it's thought that the tradition of putting a tree up in your living room actually comes from Germany in the 1500s, where Christians would put a tree up in their home and decorate it in honour of Adam and Eve Day, which is on the 24th of December. The act of giving each other gifts is thought to originate from the three wise men who gave presents for the baby Jesus. It was Queen Victoria who popularised putting presents under the tree, as in 1848 she was pictured gathering around the tree with her family exchanging gifts in the Illustrated London News. Now of course, when Santa comes to visit, you have to get him some cookies and some milk. This is thought to come back from America in the 1930s, when the Great Depression encouraged parents to teach their children about gratitude and giving. In the UK, Santa Claus is better known as Father Christmas. This figure actually dates all the way back to the Anglo-Saxon period. The pagans worshipped someone known as the Winter King. In the 1400s, this Winter King became known as Sir Christmas. Then, in the Tudor period, he became known as Captain Christmas. After Cromwell banned some Christmas celebrations, he became known as Old Father Christmas, as a protest against anti-Christmas sentiment. After King Charles II took the throne, the old part was dropped. He became known simply as Father Christmas, and the name has stuck with us ever since. And so, I want to wish you a wonderful winter, a happy new year, a good night to all, and to all, a good night. Oh, and a Merry Christmas.